Harry Wella. I'm Director of Communications at Nigerian Premier Football League. Well, I had to be here today because in the course of my work as a journalist so many years ago, Mumini was my senior. We didn't work in the same organization. We were more like competitors. But I always liked what he did, what he does, or the way he worked. I worked in different organizations for him, but he was an absolute professional. And I would say sometime I had to read him to know how to do my own job. So that he drew this crowd here today is not surprising. He's a very likable fellow. He's professional. He doesn't do anything out of sentiment. He does it based on facts, based on things he believes in. So today is a very good day, and he has drawn the cream of Nigerian sports to this place, both from the media and administration. That is what you have seen here today. Sports has always been a tool for national development and integration. It's just left for the government, just like Fashola said today, to prioritize sports, not to see sports as a leisure, but to see sports as a business, as an economic tool. Then by that time, investment in sports will draw us together, because in sports, you don't know who is Hausa, you don't know who is Yoruba, you don't know who is Igbo. Sports is just simply sports.
Fashola, my son, oh my son, oh my son, for this score, for this score. And true to what? He missed it. I said, who is this Fashola that is missing a clear goal? You know, they created another one. He said, oh my miss, oh my miss. And he did an Ayebeni right there and then. 3 times he missed it. Every time the ball got to him, somebody would say, Fashola, my miss, oh my miss. I didn't know he would end up becoming my governor. I wouldn't know, maybe that's why I ended up not joining them, because I felt like I can't be making passes to this man and he's missing all the goals. But in any case, I am being inundated now of his attacking prowess by my colleague, Mike Mayake. I see the way he bangs in goals now. I wanted to join you at that time, but he was missing too many goals. That's why I did not join the club.
And until today, Oga Mumini have never asked me for any favor until the favor to come here today. That shows us the character and the credibility and the, reliability. I don't know how to describe it, but the person that we are here to honor here today by launching this autobiography. The only time he called me is when I'm doing a job. He wants to give me advice on how to do it better, or make a suggestion on how to get it done better. Even 2 weeks ago, we had I don't know how many hours meeting we had at the Echo Hotel. Still discussion is about how to get things done properly, how to get things better, and how to begin Nigerian sports to do better. And I believe that is why we are still the kind of people that will arrive here today to support what he's doing. Because he gave me the opportunity to go through the book, and I think it's a brilliant, brilliant book. I'm not a reviewer, but I'm so passionate about it. He sent it to me for a couple of weeks. I haven't opened it up until yesterday. As I started reading it, I haven't dropped until when I'm entering, getting to this one. At the moment, in restructuring and resetting Nigerian sport. That is where they're thinking how now to recalibrate the business of sports in Nigeria using football as a benchmark, which is exactly what we are trying to do. And I'm sure our former governor, former minister, Edgar Brother will do justice to that, and we will learn a lot of that. So, Oga Mumini, congratulations for this. And I think you should not end from here. You should also write many, many other books that would give us more insights to how things are done properly and how other upcoming journalists and media practitioners will practice. One thing you said, I've seen it there, that the credibility is that you have never asked a favor from anybody in your media career as you are progressing, which is exactly what I've testified to that, because I have tried everything to make you a close friend and to do things. You always want to make it professional, want to make it in the line of duty, want to make it in the line of progress. Congratulations and well done for a very good job, and I hope we'll come back very time soon to launch another book again from your own experience so that we can all keep it together.
So it is broken down, the Dare to Dream project is broken down into different facets. One is the Dare to Dream Championship, the Dare to Dream Project, and then the One Child, One Sport initiative. What's that? It's to encourage every single child to pick one sport as an alternative career path to be able to fulfill their dreams. In every sport, there are different sectors and different roles to be played. There are marketing directors in different sporting organizations. There are doctors, there are physiotherapists. It needs to grow beyond the participating aspect of sports. So we need to encourage every single child to at least pick up a sport as an alternative career path. The other thing is the coaching aspect, especially starting from football, where you find what are kids getting exposed to. You see an average Nigerian talent and you look at what are they getting compared to their counterparts globally. So it's like the average Nigerian talent is been set up to fail. So what can we do differently? How can we bring those world-class coaches to develop our talents here? Now, so that's what we're doing, bringing in coaches, bringing in platforms. Like I am the representative of the VOR platform in Germany. We have just spoken to the MPFL to present that platform. It's being used by the Serbia Football Association to coordinate their football in the entire Serbia nation and other European countries.
But the one that stuck in my mind was Larry Zamoje's Brilla Sports on radio. How many have followed them and how many are still running? And I always do this test for people because I tell you I'm passionate about this. When we're watching TV, I say just hold on. Let's just look at the jobs we are missing. So I run DSTV from channel 200 to 215. So when you count them, it's 15 dedicated sports channels. Okay? But who owns them? They are not ours. They're not Nigerian. But look at the number of reporters, cameramen, scriptwriters, producers. Those are the jobs that we are walking past. And we are complaining that we will have youth unemployment. That is the centrality of my message here. Sports is one of the answers. But that is not the story. Those are simply businesses that support sports. They are not sports itself. Just think about the number of jobs that are behind Sky Sports News, ESPN, DAZN, Bein Sports, Fox Sports, and if we could create ours in multiples. But if we dimension the sports-related, directly related jobs, let's just look very quickly at, if you do the numbers, you can do your search engine on Google and see how many jobs the Premier League is supporting. Before Manchester United started cutting its staff strength by about 250 people, they were employing 1,100 people, one football club. But having put sports in our national development plan, it is necessary to take many more steps. You know, I was telling you about something I was developing. But let me just highlight some of those steps very quickly. The first one, and I think this assembly can do that one, or start it. No one can own this thing. It's an all of a nation effort. But I think this assembly can start it. The first is to create an all of country awareness. All of country awareness. Using every media portal possible. That as a people, we are committed to optimizing the enormous possibilities of sports, not just as an entertainment, but as a business and as a profession. Can we start that after this meeting? Everybody who is in the media, just Nigeria is doing sports for business, for development, and for professionalism. It is important. It says the most compelling message of our readiness. The second thing I think we must do, we must develop the manpower capacity for training talent, nurturing talent, optimizing their potential into positive outcomes. That's also job creation. This will involve a full review of our education curriculum from primary school through secondary schools, polytechnics, and universities. It will involve the National Union of Teachers, through especially the physical education teachers. It will involve the Association of Nigerian Principals. It will involve the National Universities Commission to develop faculties for specializing in sports education in universities where they do not already exist. I remain mindful of cadet and amateur sports as distinct from professional sports and how they can feed into each other, but this platform does not allow me to go into much detail. Because this is one good way to keep young people away from crime. The sixth thing I think we should do is for the government at the federal and state and local governments to collaborate in an enabling way. I think the time has come for fiscal and monetary policy tools such as tax credits, imports and custom duties, exemptions and concessions, which must be designed to stimulate investment in sports, for construction, for equipment, and for sponsorship. The seventh thing I think we should do is to engage in sports diplomacy. There are places where we can clearly learn from the experience of others. What are the Caribbean nations doing? Trinidad and Tobago, Jamaica, that are hauling all of the medals in the short sprints. Can we have exchange programs? Can we bring some of their trainers here? We have done all of this before. But we need to become deliberate, dedicated, and decisive to go back to the template. Eighth, maybe there's a question in the room that is not yet verbalized. And I guess that question is, where will the money come from? Because there's always money involved. My answer is that we must develop a plan. We must develop programs that can be funded before we start losing sleep about funds.
Yeah, my name is Ibrahima. I'm the publisher of Nigeria Times. Because we are here for the book presentation of Dr. Mumini Alao'S, his autobiography, and then the lecture by Babatunde Raji Fashola, former governor of Lagos State, SCN. And we've been here since 1 p.m. and it's been a fantastic afternoon, celebrating sports journalism, sports writing, and of course, Dr. Mumini Alao'S, who is a trailblazer in sports journalism. So we are celebrating with him and thanking God for his life. And this is one of his books, actually his third book, and he's planning the fourth book as well. So he's a friend, my brother. Before today, I wrote a promotional article, leading to this event to celebrate him. But we worked together before at the same office in Complete Communication Limited. Complete Football, then Sports Souvenir, then Complete Sports came. I edited the International Soccer Review. I worked on Climax magazine. When we started in 1988-89, we used the same desk in the same newsroom. You heard him just now. We even shared cars. Yes, that's a long time ago. So we all have stories to tell, and he's told his own story today in a very spectacular form.
It's not easy to be able to write this kind of book. As I said, I am sure it's going to be a masterpiece. We're going to remove it, Abby. We're going to remove the there's no cut, there's no ribbon to be cut. So I'm going to ask the chairman of the National Sports Commission, my friend, my brother, His Excellency, in whom I am very, 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 very pleased, the author and all the please hold on there, hold on. And you too, sir. I see Bella Idasi. So, I'm supposed to. No, I'm very aware. So, I won't be lying. If I'm going to say, Bismillah. right? Because the author is a very, very good Muslim. I know that for a fact. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillah ar-Rahmanir
rahim. Personally, for me, as a friend of over 40 years, is the autobiography is a sense of fulfillment and joy for us. First, for us living up to, we're about the same age, leading up to 60 years is something of joy. I remember the time we met, I'd been a lad, we were just 19, 20 at that time, and here we are 60. So we give glory to God for that. Number two, Mumini Alao is somebody that believes that integrity is money. He will never compromise his integrity. You are all journalists. You are familiar with what it takes to be a journalist in Nigeria. Some people believe that you cannot do journalism in Nigeria without collective envelope or asking for a favor. Look at the stars that came. They all want to honor him. That is, for me, that's what I will tell my children when I get them, that today we saw somebody that used integrity to convert it to money. So those are the two significant things that I would say about it. And then, of course, the quality of the book. I review the book. The quality of the book, if you read the book, is so detailed. So many footballers that we don't remember again, so many sports people that we don't remember today, they are in the book. And so for him to take time to document such a thing is something that is commendable. Yoruba people say that in your lasho, that translates that people are the clothing. If you don't have people around you, you are naked. How many sports journalists in Nigeria could pull this kind of crowd? He's retired from complete sports, but people still came to honor him. So that is, to me, a novel. And for Nigerian sports, like I said in my review, I want people, I am a mass communication teacher, I would love people to write. A lot of people think we don't have something to offer society. No, look at, when he was writing the book, I told him, go ahead and write. Go ahead and write. All of us, even if you're a gate man, it doesn't matter. Write your biography. People will pick one or two things from it. Anytime I'm going out with Mumini, and maybe the time I buried my mom, he came to our village. And even in my village in Ondo State, people knew him. And they treat him like Okocha. I said, alright, Oga, came it's you that, me that is from this village. They are not even greeting me. You that is Mumini Alao'S, you understand? So I think a good name, is the best thing we can give to our children and to give to anybody. So let's keep and guard our good name.
As Minister of Sports Development, I tapped on the experiences of people like Dr. Alao to guide and navigate the truth. I found in Dr. Alao a very upright, dependable, hugely experienced individual, which was why, after the Olympics fiasco, at the most challenging period of our sports development, when we came back from the Olympics and the Paralympic Games in Paris, and I thought it was important to do some post-mortem. I set up an investigative panel to interrogate the negative exposures that the country got from those two participations. It was to Dr. Alao that I turned. As a testimony to his character, I find him a man of character, he gave me a condition to his accepting to be chair of that panel. And he said, Honorable Minister, please, no interference. And I told him I would not interfere. I gave him my word, and he did an incredible job. I think that
these genres of writing are totally different. Hence, Mumini deserve that applause. Style of the book. As it is with most autobiographies, the author's personality and persona determines the author's rhetoric. In this case, the author chose the simple narrative style that is known to sports. Vocabulary is simple, and I can bet in US dollars that you will not have to consult any dictionary or Wikipedia while reading this book. Dr. Alao, in writing this book, thoroughly considered the nature of the readers, and many of them are young Nigerians looking up to a career in journalism And of course, the older generation who wants to relish the past as they face the final 100 or 200 meters in their race through life. These two categories of target audiences for the book are extremely busy people and are not avid readers. The younger ones do not like to read, the older ones do not have time to read. To get around this challenge, the authors keep the book in very short chapters. A chapter in the book averages just 10 pages. If you start reading the book as you live here, before you get to Alao'S or Yaba, you have finished 2 chapters. The longest chapter, Discovering Islam, is just 15 pages. And but I must alert you that Dr. Alao does not state in the book why, like His Excellency Fashola SAN, he sticks to one wife instead of enjoying his fundamental right as a good Muslim powerful. Number 9, people pontificate about contentment. Being contented in practice, however, is a problem. This book tells how to be contented in life and be successful at doing that.
And he said I should commend Mumini for what he's doing. He is a good advertisement for Nigerian sports journalists. He is not just a good journalist, he is somebody that has intellectual capacity. So I think my other colleagues would borrow a leaf from what Dr. Mumini is doing. The president has very high regards for you. And he said I should buy every copy of this book for 200,000 and 5 of them will be for 1 million. Thank you very much. Thank you.
My personal relationship with the author, I think I know the cost of the production. I will write it off. This is how much I valued him. But in that respect, I think I will make a personal donation to buy 20 copies of the book for 20 million.
First of all, I want to congratulate the author and each and everybody here present. It is very important. It's an eloquent testimony to who Dr. Alao'S is. He's not a political office holder, he doesn't have a work contract, and he can pull this kind of crowd. He speaks to the kind of person that he is. And I want to thank my brother and formally and officially congratulate him on his well-deserved appointment. Everything he said, for those of us that know him, we call him the encyclopedia of football, because if there's anything about football, Nigeria, international, whatever, clubs, anywhere in the world, and you sit down with Diko will lecture you because he has everything offhand. Having said that, before I announce my very modest donation, like I said, I'll be a lawyer, so I will not allow Diko to pull me to where I don't belong.
No, he says you can't. I should not be scared.
Let me give a personal. I listened to what everybody said about Dr. Alao. Please allow me to share my own experience with him. My precious daughter, I don't know where she is, my first daughter, about 3-4 years ago, she would just hide in the library and be whispering and be laughing. We were wondering what was going on. We didn't know what was going on. She would just come back and maintain a face. So one day, she said somebody was coming that our friend was coming to visit us, and the friend is here, Mustafa. And Mustafa, after he left us in prayer, we stood out the background and left. And I said, where are you from? He said, I'm the son of Dr. Mumini. I said, no, my daughter is married to you. And
no long story.
I just said, I didn't do like a Yoruba person. I'm supposed to do diligence on Mustafa. But wallahi, I'm speaking with all seriousness. When I heard Dr. Alao, I said, if you are the son of Dr. Mumini and what I know of Dr. Mumini, you are not just the husband of my daughter, but you are my son, because I know Dr. Alao. And since then, up till now, wallahi, tallahi, it's not been last night. It's one of the best decisions I've taken. So, Dr. Alao, thank you. It speaks for you. Now, for my donation, I would have loved to make it private, but my sister will not allow me. So, I'm buying 10 books for 5 million naira.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
SAN, Haji Mustafa.
I assure you, I hold him in extreme esteem. And it's not just
a recent thing. I won't waste too much time. When he invited me to this event, my text to him was that, you know, thank God he invited me, because I was otherwise going to go back and crash. And that he should send me an account number to support. I didn't realize at that time that I was going to be sitting between my SAN and sitting between him and the NSC chairman, and actually sitting on the seat vacated by a FIFA council member. So I'm humble, and my pocket is humble, but I'll take 2 copies for 500,000 naira.
Thank you very much, sir.
Dr. Mumini Alao, I just want to say congratulations. I've been your ardent reader and follower since the early 90s. Then later on, your boss who became your partner, Dr. Senior Bazo John Wesley, became my mentor. He's the one that showed me the rudiments of business. So I'm very proud to associate with you. Congratulations. More decades on earth in good health and more success. I'm going to pick up 2 copies for 1 million. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
I could stay on the remaining existing protocol, but I will mention my principal here. At least I'm happy that he's here, and it's because of him that all of us are here where we are today. Alao Mumini, I am not happy with you in the sense that the first edition of Complete Football, I was the center page of that magazine, 1985.
A round of applause. A round of applause.
If you look at the caliber of players, first center page, if you look at the caliber of players we are there, the Humphrey Debo, the Henry Wilson, Steve Ikeshi, Monday, Odiaka, he carried all of them, our center page. So for him to put Ibeba, to put Karen, to put himself,
at least you have enjoyed the center page.
You understand my point? He's supposed to say, I have so many names. Some people call the Gazelle, some people call Antilo, some people call my Express, which came in. So, you know, during our time, we are not like them, Yobo, who make so much money. You understand my point? Who make so much money. And,
how much are you?
My headmaster, I don't have much. Our time there was no money. It's now that there's mega money. But I will buy 2 copies, 200,000 naira.
Well done. Thank you very much.
But my chairman, Honorable Otumba Gbenga, said I should stand here to wear his big shoes and represent him. As Honorable Gbenga, he's donating, or he's launching this book with 200,000 naira for a copy. And I, in my personal capacity, as a junior journalist to Mumini Alao, as his friend, as somebody who defeated his complete sports in Swan Cup, I'll be buying 1 copy with 50,000 naira. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, my boss asked that I am presenting here today, and he has already done the needful through the man in question. Thank you.
And I have the mandate of our coordinator to deliver a short comment and then launch the book. All the esteemed members of the 1987 Positive Peace Center set of the great Unilag Mass Communication hereby stand in solidarity with and support for one of the brightest stars of our set, Dr. Mumini Alao, the Rumole or General Overseer or Sheikh of Nigerian sports journalism. We congratulate him once again on this hugely successful launch of his autobiography, coming barely 2 years after his first book launch on Nigeria's football goal at Atlanta 96 Olympics. We pray for his continued success in book publishing and other endeavors. Amen.
Of a cohort, so I invited him to a show, and I deliberately did not tell him that the time he was coming, the elevator would be off. So he had to climb 23 floors. So for those 23 floors Mumini climbed in 1996, I humbly support him by purchasing a copy of the book for 100,000 naira.
I decided to use that because my dad gave me 3 bunches of files that contained my whole life history before I was born. My father was very, very meticulous. He kept records of everything, my growing up, my going to school, my health management, everything. And I felt, what am I going to do with all these files now? You know, by the time I pass on, my children will not find it any useful. They will just also throw the files away. So that was another motivation for me to, you know, put all those rich reservoir of talent, of records into a story. So that is the second part. The first part is for my professional career, and the second part is for my private life.
We sure hope you enjoyed this video. For more entertaining video content such as behind the scenes of music videos and movies, music concerts, premieres, interviews, and exclusive gists, subscribe now to our YouTube channel Goldmynetv and be unleashed into a world of super excitement.